Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to another exciting Thursday evening with your boy Richard. This is the interview with Little Richie, and it's super exciting to see everybody else joining me this evening. I hope that you are doing well. You are tuned in for the interview with Little Richie. Uh, I hope that you've been doing well. I hope that you've been keeping safe, and I hope that you've been practicing social distancing. Uh, yep. So this evening we're talking to Shaquil Mohammed, and we're talking about everything fitness, inspiration, motivation. We're talking about becoming the better you with no excuses. Uh, no excuses, no questions, no limitations. Don't limit yourself. Keep on pushing. But before we get to that, this is the last interview that I'll be doing for the season, unfortunately. But you can stick and watch what I've been doing by visiting my Instagram page at littlerichie_ZA. You can go to my Instagram TVs, or you can go to YouTube or Facebook at the interview with Little Richie, and you can see all the interviews that I've been having with various inspirational people. And I hope that you have found this season very enlightening, as well as a means to be motivated. Last week we spoke to Annie about keeping fit, about keeping healthy, eating healthy. And if there's one thing to take away from what Annie was saying, is that you need to do skipping, continue skipping, and it does wonders for the body as well as the mind. And so I'm super excited. As I said, this is the last interview for the season. So if you have any questions that you want to ask myself and or my guest, as I said, we're speaking this evening to Shaquille. And if you have any questions that you want to ask, you can drop it in the comment section. And let's do this. Hi, Shaquille. How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. It's good to see you.
Hey, sorry about the delay, man.
No, 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 no problem. As long as you're coining, as long as you're coining. So
Yeah,
tell us
I'm
more
pretty
about yourself.
exhausted now. I'm just like trying to just breathe before I go on this. What
I
do you
can
say?
imagine. I was listening to your voice and I could hear the rush. So I think take the moment, just breathe, and I think we're going to have a good conversation.
No, definitely.
Yeah. Tell us more about yourself. Where are you from, and who are you as a person?
I'm not sure if it's my signal or yours.
I'm sensing a delay, a slight delay.
Sorry, man. I'm having some issues with the Wi-Fi. That should be better.
My signal and everything here seems quite strong.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I have always loved fitness. So the business that I'm in right now has just simply allowed me to be myself, get paid for something that I love. I used to like be into bodybuilding and stuff, so I never really thought that I would have a career in fitness because I knew that I did want to be a personal trainer. But that takes a lot of time, and I'm not really sure if that's my thing. But yeah, I also knew that I wasn't going to be a professional bodybuilder because I just didn't want to go to that level, you know, with the crazy muscles and stuff like that. So I've been into business for some time. I've done a lot of marketing as well. I had marketing agencies, sales as well as ad agencies that I've run over the past couple of years. Before I continue, just tell me, do you see me clearly? Is everything good on your side?
I can see, I can see you clearly, and I can hear you quite well as well.
All right, perfect, perfect. So yeah, so I've always been into entrepreneurship. I've never loved the idea or liked the idea of working for someone. I've had like two or three jobs as in my life, two or three jobs in my life actually, and I've just never, I've never felt that I would enjoy taking orders from anyone. And I've in 2014, I studied a degree and I dropped out as well because I also looked at that and I was like, what am I doing here? I feel like this is for people who are going to look for a job, and I'm not that person. So this piece of paper really doesn't mean anything. So
Hmm.
that's just who I am. That's a
Yeah.
brief.
Yeah. How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 24 now. 24.
24.
Yeah.
Really? Cool. Yo. No, cool, cool. Because you're quite a wise person, from what I've observed. So that's quite cool for at the age of 24 to be get ahead of the game. What are you currently doing and what all do you do?
I'm really struggling with signal. I'm not sure if it's like my signal is like full here, but the IG is like giving me an issue. Well, just please repeat that for me.
What are you currently doing and what all do you do?
All right. So at the moment, I only do Herbalife. There's like two aspects of the business. That's obviously building a team, and when you build a team, you offer the opportunity to more people. You give the opportunity to others as well, and then with you coach people, you help people grow their minds and their businesses as well. And then obviously we sell the health products, and I get people into shape. I help clients get into shape as well. So that's the only thing that I'm doing at this moment.
Oh, fresh, fresh. Just to get an idea of who you are as a person, like what was your childhood dream job and what kicked off and inspired the journey that you're on right now?
So my dream job was always to be a lawyer, become a lawyer and study law and go and kill court cases and stuff like that. But as a kid, you got to learn and you got to fail, and it's always going to be different to where you end up. And I knew from a young age that I was always going to be an entrepreneur because when I was like 10, 11, school
Mm.
holidays, I used to go to my grand's house. It was summertime, so I used to make these ice lollies. In Johannesburg, we call it like chubabs or chupa.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I used to sell these. I used to like get $20, $30 from my mom. And then we used to go and get the ingredients myself and my grand. And I used to sell these on a daily for like 1 rand each. I would make this. I would make the packets because I knew I had competition. I made the packs a bit bigger, and I just sold it for a little bit more. And I started making such a big amount of money that I used that cash just to buy more stock and keep growing and growing. Um, and even at school with like these things called the mini markets and stuff, I used to sell a lot of items that we used to get at like the China Mall and China City, and we used to sell these things like laser pointers, um, these rings and stuff, makeup for ladies, all these type of things I used to sell, and that was like even before high school. So I always knew that I had. Sorry if you. I just want to apologize for if you hear voices. They're just installing a new security system here.
Fresh. Yeah. So, what kicked off and inspired the journey that you're on right now? The
What kicked
whole,
inspired the journey? Um, Yo, like I never thought that I would be doing this business. I never thought that I would be doing Herbalife. But life just went downhill at a certain point. So I got screwed over.
yeah.
That's like plain and simple. I got screwed over with a couple of business deals. I lost close to 10 million rand, and I had to start my life over in 2019. So I've been a member of Herbalife since 2018. So I never took the business seriously because I was like, who the hell's gonna make money selling shakes and stuff, So I never took it seriously. So I was basically forced to use this opportunity in 2019, and I just grew this business. I started off making like $500, $500, 10,000, 15,000, 30,000, 40,000. And now like it's crazy right now. Like especially since the pandemic. I know you were going to ask me how I was doing throughout the pandemic as well, but things like my life is like so amazing right now. especially since the pandemic, because we're giving people job opportunities, not
Yeah.
even job opportunities, income and financial opportunities, and we're also helping people take care of themselves, which is really crucial at this time.
Nice, nice. For those that are tuning in, this is the interview with Little Richie, and we're speaking with Shaquil Mohammed. If you have any questions, please do drop it in the comment section, and I'll be sure to pass it on. Shaquil, what is a fitrepreneur, and how can one become one?
So, as I explained earlier, like, honestly, personal trainers don't make that much money, bro. So we're giving people the opportunity to make money online, coach their clients online, as they would, run businesses online by providing people with products and value, and then also teach other people to do the exact same thing, and really just grow people holistically, mentally, physically, as well as financially as well. And we just share that opportunity with as many people as we can. And if anybody does want to get a part of it, you can just drop me a DM and we get you sorted. It's like $550 to start your business. You don't pay anything else, so that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. What is the misconception that people have when it comes to Herbalife and its business model?
So I get a lot of like negative comments all the time. Like, people are like, yo, it's a pyramid scheme. People are like, yo, are the products safe? And then people are like, yeah, it's a scam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? I can answer those things for you. I can, like, I can give you the facts about it, and you can, like, if you want to know that.
Yeah. I want to know, like, during this time, especially with so many things that have been happening in terms of people are losing jobs. There was the whole WhatsApp scam that went around. How because obviously you can only try something once you actually do it. So giving Herbalife a chance will be the only way to say whether or not it's working. How do you not persuade, but how do you get somebody in that mindset to say the worst that can happen is you lose this, or the worst that can happen is that you actually elevate to a level where you are right now?
All right. So the thing about this business is that if you fail, it's all your own doing. Like, it's all in your own hands in this business. There's no other way I can put it. You only start the business with 550 Rand. Nobody else, you don't take any other money. Everything's regulated by an international US company. Like, the website shows you everything. Everything's really transparent. And if you're investing money into this, if anybody tells you to invest money into this, it's a no-go. The only cash you spend is the membership fee. All right. And then maybe if you want to buy products for yourself. But if someone says buy 40,000 Rands worth of products or 10,000 Rand, that's a scam. Okay, so I just lay down the facts. You only start with $550. I mean, the company's been around for 40 years. Okay, we are in 98 different countries in the world. Yeah. And every government in those countries approves of the products as well as the business model. All right, this is, people call it a pyramid scheme because they don't understand it. But this is entrepreneurship development. And people are like, yeah, you make the people rich on top. You make the people rich on top. And it's like, okay, so you're in a corporate company where you're making a boss rich that you don't even know how he looks. You don't even know how your boss looks, the CEO. True. You make him rich, he's buying Lamborghinis and stuff. Your life stays the same for 20, 30 years. In this business, yes, the people above you are growing, but you're also growing when you're helping the people below you. So there's no way I'm going to succeed if I don't make sure that you succeed. Yeah. So it's a people's business.
Yeah, that's a good insight. You a business coach as well, right?
Yeah, I used to be really into business coaching. Like, used to train people on how to just set up a business, grow their business, and run a business.
Yeah. What are the 5 things that you were able to assist people to achieve professionally?
So I help professionals with sales skills. I help professionals with communication skills. Companies, big companies, I used to assist them with marketing and strategy. And in terms of people and their skills as well, everybody needs people and communication skills. But how do you learn to teach people to trust you? I used to teach that as well. I still do, but obviously in that space of being a footpreneur.
Yeah. Fresh. What is the single best piece of advice you would give to someone starting out, be professionally, or just starting to get in the span of keeping healthy, keeping fit?
It's a mental game. That's the first thing I'll say to people. Exercise has nothing to do with your body. Okay, partially, but every single thing in terms of getting healthy and working on yourself is mental.
Yeah. Yeah. You constantly update your social media accounts with inspirational and motivational content. What have you observed is the reason why most people are afraid to start doing what they are passionate about and or hesitant to get back up again should they fail?
People are mostly scared of other people's opinions, right? Firstly, that's a big problem. People are afraid of other people's opinions, what other people would think about what they're doing, because most of the time people don't believe in you. So that's what people are afraid of, and that's why they don't take the first step. And then the second thing for me would be, as you said in your question, the fear of failure. All right, if you fear to fail, you're never going to be successful.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have I spoke to a guy 2 weeks ago, Selfie Wealth, and he is focusing on 2030 to be financially free. And that financial freedom is literally a span of having a couple millions that will set his life out from there. So I don't know if he wants to retire by that age, but that's the age he wants to be financially free. Do you have a certain goal like that by a certain year that you want to achieve, or is it just doing what you got to do and assisting anyone else that wants to get to that point?
I don't want to be rude, but that's a pretty dumb thing to do. A lot of people have those big plans, 10-year plans and stuff like that. It never works out the way that they wanted to. It never works out the way they wanted to. I work my life in 6 month time periods. You can say 6 month time periods where I give myself financial goals to make a million or make 500,000 or make 400,000. 6 months, I need to get to the next level in the business. 6 months, I need to get into better shape. I need to learn more things, and that's why, we just constantly keep growing. But these 10-year plans and stuff, they rarely work out.
Yeah. What successful entrepreneur has had the most influence on you, and how so?
I couldn't give you one specific person, but I look up to your Gary V's,
Yeah.
The Gary V's of the world. I love listening to Gary V because he's really hardcore. He says it like it is, and I'm the kind of person, I don't sugarcoat things. I know what's real and I know what works and what doesn't. I'm not gonna soften things up and lie to myself if things are not going my way. So Gary V, I'll say Gary V. You said one person, so yeah.
Yeah. I always hear you talk about the people that we choose to be our circle of influence. What advice do you have for people that doesn't take it seriously of the importance of having friends that keeps you leveling up?
So there's a saying: if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're eventually gonna get a haircut. So if you're hanging around 5 unsuccessful people who's focused on a lot of self-destructive things, you're going to feed off that energy and become number 6. So if you really think the people you surround yourself with is not that important, or it's not a big factor in your success, you're really got to think again, because your network is your net worth, and your circle of influence could make you affluent, or it could break you down, and you decide. You decide.
Yeah. Yeah, I've observed the interaction with the people that you surround yourself with, as well as those that feels inspired by the things that you do for them. But where do you find your inspiration in your own life?
I always say I don't believe in motivation. I don't believe in motivation. I believe in self-discipline, but I also believe that I'm alive, so I need to act like I am. You know, I'm alive, so I have to act like I am. So I have to do what I have to do in order to keep growing and keep getting better. There's always the next level. There's always a better version of myself that I haven't unlocked yet. And that's what I'm constantly working towards every single day. So discipline, yes, is one of the aspects, one of the key factors to me keeping the ball rolling. But also the fact that I'm alive and the fact that there's always the next level, and I'm always going to acknowledge that I need to get to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah. What has been your biggest personal achievement thus far?
Ah, I couldn't even give you one of those, man. Many people look at me and people think that I'm really great and I've done great things and I do great things, but I don't see it as big as other people. Like, I feel like these are the things I'm supposed to do. So I don't really count my achievements, other than getting to certain levels in the business and helping other people quit their jobs and work for themselves. That's a big achievement for me, is giving people freedom. Let me put it that way. So one of my biggest achievements is teaching people how to get freedom, and I've successfully done that with a few people. So I don't look at my personal accolades. I don't really count those things. It doesn't really count to me because I'm supposed to win.
Yeah, fresh. So just to get a lighter side of who you are, what are your hobbies and what do you do to relax?
I sleep. I sleep. Yeah. I used to play a lot of golf, but I got a bit busy, and during like the COVID-19 pandemic, we couldn't do that, so I stopped doing that for some time. But I love watching movies. I love
Fresh.
watching movies. Love watching movies with a great storyline that teaches you something in life. So I like movies. I like sleeping, man. Like when I chill, I literally, when I have free time, I sleep, because people usually say, do you have like a life work balance? And I'm like, yo, there's no such thing as a life work balance. So I'm constantly working, and my work feeds into, when I'm going out, when I'm having a drink or whatever, when I'm going out with some people, I'm working because I'm with someone in my team and we're speaking about the next level. We're speaking to more people, offering more people the opportunity. So that I don't count that as leisure. All right. I was even thinking about this afternoon. I go to different cities and I build a business, but I'm partying. I'm having parties. I'm on holiday basically, but we just gave like 30, 40 people the business opportunity. So my
Yeah.
life doesn't consist of off days. So when I take my off days, I'll sleep. I'll sleep in. I'll sleep until like 12. I'll sleep till the afternoon and then get up and then fuel myself up again, or just chill and watch movies all day. That's what I do. Like if
Yeah.
I'm being honest, yeah.
Yeah. I think I should feel so bad because my movies, I will be in front of the TV screen 24/7, which is not quite good because there's nothing productive that actually happened in my space. But it's quite cool that you take some time for relaxing, sleeping, doing, chilling, watching movies. What one word best sums up who you are and your vision for where you're going?
Um, one word. One word would be, I'm ordinary. I'm ordinary, but then I've worked so hard just to add that little bit of extra, and that's what creates extraordinary. So I'm an
Yeah.
ordinary guy that tries to strive for extraordinary things.
Yeah. So I have this conversation with a lot of people regarding success. What is your view on success and how does it look?
Yeah, so many people have different like definitions of success. Success is different to everyone else. But to me, being successful is being free. And yeah, being successful is me being free, me not answering to anyone, waking up when I want to, speaking to who I want to, not having to pretend to people who I am, because I don't have to impress them and stuff like that. That's freedom and that's success to me.
Nice. If you could give the 18-year-old Shaquil advice, what would it be?
I wouldn't go back. Honestly, I wouldn't go back to give myself advice, because if I never failed so many times, I would have probably been worse off right now. So I would tell 18-year-old me, try as many things as you can. Try as many opportunities as you can.
Yeah, that's cool. So what can we expect from you in the future? What can we expect?
Yeah, man, just again, apologies for the noise out here. These guys are just wrapping up now. So me, you guys are just gonna watch on social media. There are a few big things that's coming. We're expanding the business internationally right now. So I'm gonna be leveling up in this business massively and growing the team massively all around the world right now. And there's a few new things coming up. Like, for example, I just bought a house 2 months ago. I'll be moving in sometime soon, and then the sports car's coming. But I'm not going to say when. You guys will just see, like, on social media. But yeah, those material things don't really mean anything. That's why I always speak about, like, building the team and speaking to more people and stuff like that, because the bigger picture for me is ultimately getting everybody free mentally first, and that's really the most important thing to me. So that you can expect a lot of things coming up. I'm going to shock everyone with what I'm about to do, but biggest thing is we're just going to be changing more lives.
Yeah, great. You can follow Shaquil at Shaquil Champ, or is it _Champ?
No,
on Instagram?
Shaquil Champ. That's my handle on all
your social media.
All social media platforms. I'm just popping it in the comments.
Awesome stuff. What advice do you have for that young person that is completing high school and is kind of forced in a way based on society to go and study and get a job, and that's going to be life for them? What advice do you have for them to think a bit out of the, especially with
anyone? Don't listen to anyone. It's kind of sad, actually. I said to my mom the other day, do you know that if I had to listen to the advice that all of you gave me, my family, and I love them, and I said to my mom, if I had to listen to the advice that all of you gave me in this family, you know, I would have been in the worst position of my life right now. Look at where my life is because I never listened to you guys. And my mom hated me for the longest time because I dropped out of varsity, and because I quit my job, and because I did all these things. And just don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to your friends. Don't listen to your family, because what happens is they believe that they're keeping you safe by sending you on the safe path to studying and going to get a degree and get a job and live and die.
Yeah.
They're doing the worst. They think they're saving you because they care. They're doing it out of love. But also your friends and family look at you and they say, I know where this person comes from. And if I never achieve big things, what makes you so different? All right, so keep your mind away from the comments and opinions from family and friends.
Yes. How has COVID-19 and lockdown impacted your career? Well, for you, clearly it sounded like it's been good. It's been good time.
My life's good. Life is really good.
Yeah. What is your approach to money, and what advice do you have for people that what they should do with the income they receive?
Yo, I spend money like crazy, guys. I spend money like crazy, and that's mostly on investing back into the business. So the flights, it's an investment because I'm going somewhere else to expand my network. Obviously, hotel fees, all of this stuff is included, but you get what I mean in terms of like doing the business expansion and putting money into a trip so that I can grow a team on that side. But if you're a young person, not even young, even if you're 30, 40, but your life isn't worked out the way that you wanted it to, use the money that you have to invest back in yourself. So get books, right? Get a mentor. By the way, mentors shouldn't charge you. Mentors should not charge you for their advice and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's not a mentor. They're just some coach or whatever. So get a mentor. Invest back into yourself. Go to seminars. Go to wealth seminars, money seminars, business seminars. And, you know, just spend more money. Spend some money on investing in yourself. Get healthy. Get into shape. You know, I want to fix my teeth. That's what I'm going to be doing in the next few years. Or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So invest money in your skin. These things play a massive role, especially if you're trying to build a business in a customer-based environment as well as that. So just use your money to invest in yourself. I'm not a firm believer in saving money, because what happens is poor people believe in saving money, but then you're not enjoying life because you want to save 5 Rand on Starbucks, or you want to save 10 Rand on Omo, whatever it is, and then you just don't enjoy life because you're not getting the cool things. So I believe in the beginning of your journey, focus on making more money. I kid you not. I used to, my dad used to fight me over this. I had jobs and I used to blow the cash. I just blow the cash. And I'm like, make more money. Just make more money. You know, now I'm at a level where I literally save like 30 grand a month, and I still enjoy my life. I buy sneakers, I go out when I want to, you know, I eat what I want to. And that's what I firmly believed in. And no, people thought I was going to fail. People thought I was just going to be broke forever because of doing that. But the truth is that poor people focus more on saving money instead of making more money. Because what happens is everything changes around you, your lifestyle, everything changes. Your income doesn't change, your salary doesn't change. No, you're just saving money. You cannot save yourself to wealth.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. Sorry, I know that was a bit long-winded, but I hope that answers it.
And that hit hard though, because my passion is savings. I like encouraging. I like encouraging, especially like you were saying, poor people, low-income earners. But I fully agree. I fully agree with you in terms of making more income. I think that is where we're slacking in terms of looking at making more and not being settling with one stream of income. However, I am set also on saving. I think so far I can attest to say that I've enjoyed life. I've done traveling. I've done this. I am still doing certain things while at the same time emphasizing big on saving. But
you get what I mean with people who just, well, let me put it like this: don't do stupid things. Don't go and buy a meal for 5 grand, 5,000 Rand. You're buying food for 5, or you're buying alcohol for 10,000 Rand, or the stupid things like that. You know, like don't do those things.
Yeah.
Shaquil,
I want to thank you so much. This was an awesome conversation. I really do must say, like, I know you're not one for motivation and stuff like that, but I must say that, because if I look at your social media, I'm like, this is the type of friend everyone should keep, because you've always got, you need a type of friend that pushes you and tells it like it is. And when I look at your videos and stuff, sometimes you sit there and you get like frustrated, but you're like, because this is exactly what I needed to hear. And even though I don't want to accept it, I don't want to hear it, but you kind of give that advice that's like, you need to hear this, you need to better up, you need to stop thinking less, stop thinking that this is it, there's more to life, there's more to pushing hard, doing better, and surrounding yourself with people that's actually getting and doing the most. And I think that's important to take away, is that surround yourself with people that's actually going somewhere, thinking about doing better.
I appreciate that you think of me as one of those people.
No, like, yeah. So distant social media friend that you can just like, if I'm feeling like I had a terrible day, I can just go look on that account of yours and just be like, yo, this guy is telling me, yo, stop thinking like that. Push, and go get that second job or second stream, not job, stream of income. Anyway, I want to thank you again. This was a really cool conversation. For everybody that tuned in, thanks for tuning in. This, as I said, is the last interview for the interview with Little Richie, but you can still see what Shaquil is doing at Shaquil Champ on all his social media. Have a great evening.
Thanks,
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Much
Have a
love.
good one.